Oh, something's happening. Something is happening. Oh, what's it doing? Oh, it's charging something. What's it doing? Is it gonna yeet us out? What is this? Oh, and they're turning yellow. Whoa, what is that? I don't even know if anything's happened to my ship right now. Oh! Ho! Well, we got yeeted somehow. We got yeeted, that's for sure. Oh, we got yeeted. How fast are we going? Oh, we don't even know. 5,000. 5,000 meters per second. My prediction was right. It was gonna yeet us straight out of the cloud. Oh! Clip that. Like, it just kind of comes around there. And it just comes to meet us. It's such a nice little moon, isn't it? It is a Tom the teddy bear. And then it just kind of runs into us. We kind of end up inside the planet. And then it just spawns us at the surface. And you land. Wherever you find a flat spot. And that is the quick way down to the surface of Midrand Hollow. You just watched Breaking the Game. The style of landing. Oh, mustard. Dang it, I couldn't do it long enough without taking a breath.
Fluster Neve too. What can I say to Neve that would fluster her? Like, just get up close in the microphone and be like, "Hey, Neve, you look so mustardy today."
I knew it was gonna be something related to mustard that someone come up with. Oh my gosh. Die. I wanted them to die, not me. Gosh. Darn game, taking my command cell too literally, I think. Get some bites of our burger here. Nom 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 nom. There we go. We'll see about dismissing our ships at the same time. Alright, everyone ready to dismiss?
Okay. Yes.
Alright, let's do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dismiss.
Ship dismissed.
It's like the automated mass jump.
Wow. Holy crap. They all did actually. I half expected them all to just like collide into each other, but no, they all just kind of coordinated that.
Mass jump autopilot mode. That was actually pretty awesome.
Now let's see about recalling them all at the same time.
Oh god, yeah, let's do that. Okay, everyone, ready again? I'll count down again. Do do do. See, we're fine. Plenty of fuel. Just look at the dang fuel bar. It's like 1 pixel. No fuel rats today. Hey there, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? Today we're gonna do some back with some Discworld's exploration. We're gonna just do some exploration here at Rendezvous Point. In fact, I think we'll it's about 38 jumps. We'll see if we can start headed this way over to HD 158564. That is the furthest north catalog star in the game, so might as well visit that while we're only 4,000 light years from it. Just a hop, skip, and a jump. It'll be about 38 jumps. We'll see what we find along the way, and otherwise we'll just hang out, chat, and all that good stuff. Welcome on in, anyone who's here so far. And otherwise, just yeah, just chill out, hang out. Let's see what we find. Get that first system into the jump here. First jump in the bag, however you want to call that. Yeah, neutron star. I'm pretty sure this is already going to be discovered. We're not in a massive hurry, so we'll just scan everything while we're at it.
System scan complete.
Neutron jump charged.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, Roadday sector now. We're a long way. We're 43,000 light years from Sol. We're definitely out here. Out on the far end of the galaxy now. Got another neutron star. Let me get my other observatory where I can sit. Streams. Columns wide enough preemptively. There we go. Let's see what we get here. Asteroid clusters.
System scan complete.
And then another charge.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, over to Roadday PVI. Once we hit non-neutrons, we're going to be much more likely to be hitting undiscovereds.
3, 2, 1.
This is undiscovered by chance. There we go. Now, see, we're just a star, though. We discovered a star, nonetheless.
Fuels.
And we can scoop up on it.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Fortunately, my idea to have like catalog star waypoints near the distant worlds route kind of isn't very viable, seeing as this like basically this star and there's like one other. They're like the only two even near here. Because we're just this far north that there's just not really much for catalog stars or items in the first place. Or side of Sagittarius A just doesn't really have much for those. And the ones that are there are just often like the one we're going to. It's just a single star system, but it's technically a real star nonetheless, and it's just an orange giant.
Body 8. Undiscovered system.
There we go. Now we got 19 bodies in this one to discover. A little scooping in there. A white type star in here. Okay. What galactic sector are we in? We are in Arcadian Stream. We're right on the border here between Arcadian Stream, the Vales, and Newton's Vault, and the Formarian Frontier. Up there too. Supposedly Formarian Frontier is where the DSSA Lost Carrier Scavenger Hunt will be, or maybe it'll be closer to Rendezvous Point. Supposedly it starts at the first waypoint, which is Rendezvous Point, so we'll have to see. I'll be given clues, or I guess clues and stuff to help hunt it down. That might be a fun event.
Body B.
We'll see if it'll be funner than riding the carrier for 2 weeks. Not really a high bar to get over, though. That was just... I don't know. Not exactly my idea of exploration. Which is why I didn't ride them. More stuff around this star. Asteroids, anything else? Heavy metals. Oh wait, hold on, is this an Earth-like? No. The rocky ice world that sometimes overlaps with that section of the bar. Oh, that was that. Nothing too particularly interesting on this one. Popped up. It's on the Bacterium AC. Bravo Charlie 3, but I already have that codex entry for this region, so... And they're only worth 1 million, so... Not worth flying all that way out. Let's see what the next system has for us. Get my bot a way to also update the latest follower. People follow offline. Also a thing I need to look into. Notice that too. Bunch of ice worlds in this one, it looks like.
System scan complete.
Okay, so just ice worlds there.
Fuels.
There's scoop on, and next hop.
Frameshift drive charging.
See what the RNG gives us next time.
Body 8. Undiscovered system.
11 bodies here.
Fuel sweeping complete.
Around the B star, it looks like. Mostly rocky, it looks like in this one. Let's see if there's any bios or anything though.
System scan complete.
Just mundane rocky bodies.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
19 bodies here.
Body A1.
Metal rich.
Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life.
Chance of stratum. Tectonicus on that one. Oh, and an mapped water world. Isn't fully undiscovered then. See bodies. Little grouping over here.
System scan complete.
All right, let's see. Which one was it? Alpha 1 has the chance of stratum tectonicus and isn't mapped, so that might be worth it. If there's always a chance that even though it's one bio, that it can always be, you know, the stratum instead of the bacteria, even though it's usually the bacterium. Map it, see which one it is for us. let's see here. Hope for stratum.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Ah, darn, it's just a bacterium. Bacterium Cerberus, which is only really worth $1 million anyways.
Frameshift drive charging.
My there we go. Okay. Rocky body here somewhere. Some rocky bodies, more than one apparently. We got 6 of them.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right over there. We'll hit good system one of these one of these jumps.
Body A. Undiscovered system.
Another undiscovered here. Okay.
Undiscovered system.
System scan complete.
Just stars though, it looks like. That fuel topped off again.
Frameshift drive charging.
One of these times it'll be the what we need. Be more than just mundane bodies. Alright, let's see what this one has for us.
Body A. Undiscovered system. Body A.
Just 3 stars again.
Undiscovered system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Undiscovered system.
Here, icy body. The other one's behind the sun. Get on that other side over there then.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
All right, see what BHB has for us.
3, 2, 1, engage.
A little bit longer in the bubble or the tunnel than usual, it seems. Come on, let me out, Braben. There we go. Okay. We're about to be in the group flow in a second. The USB system.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, what do we get here? Give me something. Hey, Warnick, welcome home there.
Body 3. Unmapped terraformable.
Gotta get the redeems to also make a people. Let me there we go. Welcome home. How's it going though? Week without power. You're like out of house out of power?
System scan complete.
Wait, Rodea Beach B, not terraformable. B14-1-3. There we go. Map terraformable. Map terraformable at the very least. We can go grab. Yeah, no, yeah, that's been wreaking havoc a lot with, at least in terms of the tractor trailer fleet management I've been doing. Just so many winch outs, so many winch outs. So many trailers, their wheels completely iced closed. Brakes ice closed. Yeah, power back now then, I assume though. Yeah, I haven't had it out for a whole week. I know year before last here in Omaha, we had a really big storm, and my power was out for a little over a day, and then I think DSS Lev's power, he was out for 2 days.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think that was one of like funny Twitch moments too back then too, because I was live, got my power knocked out. I'm like, everyone gotta end or whatever, and then I popped over to Lev's stream. I'm like, yeah, you have about 5 minutes left in stream, and Lev's like, no, I have like an hour or two. I'm like, no, you have 5 minutes left in stream, bud. Like, and sure enough, his power went out about 5 minutes later. Friday 5 Days of Darkness, dang. You guys had like some way to heat though, like with how cold it is. You had like some way to heat your house at least without the power, hopefully. God, I can only imagine it getting that cold too. At least when I had the power out, it was during the summer, during a stormy day, so that it wasn't like hot summer. It was like not terribly hot.
Body 3. Sulfur dioxide at...
I remember that being like a big issue down in Texas a few years ago when they had the real cold snap as well.
Body 5.
Where their houses just aren't designed for insulation like that either, so they lose heat like nothing. Cell phones, lots of blankets, freezing house tonight, yeah. See, if you have like an SUV, you can just camp in the SUV, just run it all night, keep the heat on. I've had to do that before when I've chased blizzards. Works fairly well. Cars don't use terribly much gas at idle. I mean, they still obviously use gas, but I'm surprised how little they actually use. I think it was less than a gallon for the whole night. Alright, 6 was the unmapped terraformable. Actually 5 as well. So as we're exploring, we're heading out today towards HD 158564. Which is the furthest north catalog star in the game. So it's kind of near Rendezvous Point where Distant Worlds 3 is right now. It's riding over there because that's, you know, might as well, gives us somewhere to head towards while we find stuff along the way. But not head too much yet. We've just had a few unmapped terraformables. I'm hoping we can get some good exobio or something going here soon. Far on the weeds, get power back. You know, that doesn't even mean you're in the weeds. It was actually really weird for that one the year before last I was mentioning too. Even though my power was out only for, it was like a day and a half, my garage was out for almost a week, and the house directly behind my apartment in the neighborhood, like literally my apartment front door backs up to their backyard, they were out for a week, and we're in the middle of the city. So, you know, being out for a week could, you know, in my experience, could be the smack dab in the middle of a city. So, and, you know, my, the power line that fed my garage, the road garages here at the apartment is technically on the lines that feed that neighborhood that house is in. And so, like, they didn't get connected up until a little bit before that house. They eventually got to the street that the house behind my apartment is on. But it was pretty much all because that neighborhood, it had a lot of older trees along its roads where the power lines were, whereas our apartment is right on the main road, and the power lines come off the main road, so it was just the line that went across the main road into our apartment that was severed. Once they got that back up, it was back up for the apartments. But then our garage road just happens to also be back. Its line got a tree, like literally I saw the tree that had fallen on the line that goes to my garage thing. It was from back of that neighborhood. And just so many trees were down on lines back there. And I was honestly surprised Lev's neighborhood took longer to get power than me, though. I think he was out for a little longer. Was he up soon? I don't remember. They were out too for a bit, I know, but he was in a newer neighborhood that didn't actually have like big trees. And the neighborhood that Love was in was previously hit by a tornado, so a lot of the trees that were there a few years ago were no longer there as of a few years ago, so there was that too. Positive social fiber lines from the front to the property. Probably get to us for like a decade or more, but hopefully it won't be delayed that long. Crazy to delay it for a decade because of a single storm.
Friendship Drive charging.
Gruplo VNB.
Undiscovered system.
Got another undiscovered here. Right there. Oop. Oop, and a water world. Unmapped water world. Let's go.
Terraformable.
And terraformable.
World.
Heck yeah.
Criteria met. Body 5. Unmapped.
Map that as we go on our way to the furthest north catalog star. Another one in here for terraformable.
Body 7. Unmapped.
Another 2.
System scan complete.
Waterworld, and there was 2 others for terraformable mapping. In the range here. That's where it is. 6, and also we want 5 and 8.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
5 is going to be closer there. I was going to go at this distance too, because even though that's 5, like if, for example, with our own solar system, Mercury is actually the closest planet most often to all the other planets, because that's just how the orbits work effectively. Hey, Rensler, how's it going? Got a model kit today. Nice, nice. And Zilliastra, the UU7. How's it going? 707 Commander, UU7. The image I just sent us lived in. Send me an image. Oh, yep. Alright, yeah. Rural road. I see that kind of road all the time. What's it called? Is it? I can't quite tell. It's slightly blurry. Is that actually what's it called? Chip, whatever, where it's like kind of paved but not really paved. It's like the cheap pavement. Oh, Count Quackula. I didn't know that was in there. I should actually. Okay, so I need to trigger Count Quackula for Quacks too. I should totally have him be a trigger. For now, wait, hold on. Where's my Quack thing? Manual Quack. There we go. Quack. We'll start that one. Let me go set that one real quick here. I can just do that while I'm here in like 2 seconds. Actions, Quack. Lurk, bait, catch, trigger, check. Quack. Count Quackula was the name, right? Event feed. Action history, Quack. Bait, catch. Run. Catch name, Count Quackula. Yep. Okay. Quack. Value Count Quackula. Quack. There we go, Quack. Now in the future, since that's a rubber duck, it'll trigger the Quack automatically. Quack. What is DW3? DW3 is Distant Worlds 3. We have a large community-led organized expedition going out into the distant reaches of the galaxy.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Their website is there. There's like 8,000 players on it. They're going out into the deep parts of space, Quack, on the Milky Way in the game. So we are currently all the way on this side of the galaxy, Quack, whereas the normal area that populated spaces is this little blob of symbols, basically. And we're all the way over here, Quack, on the far side of the center of the galaxy from our own solar system, Quack. So you see there's a bunch of other people I've friended, flying around, exploring on their own as well. Right now I'm flying towards this, which is the furthest north catalog star, i.e. real celestial object in the in-game universe, Quack. 3 missed 3? Quack. Well, there's been 2 before. There was one in 2019, Quack. That was Distant Worlds 2, and then the original Distant Worlds was in 2015, I think, Quack. I think it's when the original Distant Worlds was, Quack. So we're just out exploring, looking at the stuff, and finding our own things. It's just a big whole group exploration thing. People get together, hang out at times, and otherwise go explore stuff, Quack. We did 6. We did we already mapped this. Yeah, mapped this one. It was 5, 6, and 7, Quack. map 7 now real quick, Quack. So yeah, the first two were a fair few years ago, Quack. Like, Distant Worlds 1 and 2 fleet carriers weren't even a thing yet at that time, Quack. Good picture to the little offset to the left. Yeah, the chip, whatever they call it, chip pavement or whatever. Exploring all last year, like 5 months, and everyone goes in, Quack. But you still have time to catch up. You can still register for them, and if you're, at least if you're down with, if you're familiar with like rapid jumping, just neutron highwaying, we're only about, I mean, I guess only, but we're about 40,000, little over 40,000 from the bubble, and so if you jump like along that way, it's you can get there probably within a few hours in an exploration ship if you're comfortable rapidly jumping neutron stars, Quack. Arrange a little bit there. Or if you we're about like a little over 22,000 from Colonia, Quack. So if you ended up finding, like, if there's one of the carriers that shuttle back and forth between the bubble and Colonia scheduled soon, you get aboard that, and then once it's in Colonia, just undock and zoom on over this way, Quack. Or if you can find one towards Sagittarius A too. I think there's some carriers that shuttle that way, or even closer to Sag A, Quack.
Surface scanned by
How far are we from Sag A? We're only 18,000 for Sagittarius. I guess we're not really much closer to that, are we, Quack? Still a few thousand light years nonetheless.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hopefully we get exobiology on one of these though, Quack. I'm getting all these terraformables, but I want to land and scan some stuff, Quack. Just switch it up a little bit, Quack? Yeah, so yeah, you still have time to catch up at the very least. I still think it'd be hilarious if I have to have drops like a CG with like because Class 8 doesn't have the pre-engineered Class 8 frameshift drive SEO yet. That'd be so funny if they drop the CG for that while everyone's on Distant Worlds 3.
Discovered system.
And everyone in Distant World's like, I gotta fly back. That'd be so funny. It's a shame the netcode is so bad, because like another thing you could do, like even too, is find someone willing to ride along on their ship. But the problem is you'll just randomly disconnect it in some system and waste your time. Only the netcode was more stable in that regards. You could actually be a passenger. As it is, it's just not viable.
Body B2. Record breaker, mass less than 0.0001 m and metal-rich body.
I don't know why they sometimes just journal shows up as no mass. Always gets you excited, and then it's like, oh, it's a 0. The mass of 0 for some reason.
Body AB3BA. Nested moon.
Wernick's over here just doxing himself to me. Yeah, it looks very rural though, at the very least.
Body of 1B. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable with life.
I mean, it has the name of the church there. I don't know, I'm not gonna really try, but I have weirdly found people by like photo they've shown of like a river once before. A river bridge. I'm like, oh, that's in that town. I can't remember even where you said the first image. The first image was. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. That's why you obviously don't post that public. If someone cared to spend the time, I'm sure they could probably eventually find it with popping street view all over the damn place. Nested Moon, what do we have? Oh, the 3BA. Could be a good view, though. Yeah, lots of like older trees too that don't look, and they look like fairly thin trunks too, so they probably don't do terribly well with a lot of ice. Alpha Bravo 3 Bravo Alpha. Not architect. Put the architect on the bottom. I keep clicking that instead of Ori. Hey, Cree, how's it going? How's it going? How you doing? Getting some booty raids? Okay. I'm not doing piracy necessarily. That'd be great for a booty raid, though. I'm doing piracy, like booty raid. I was doing BGS for Booty Bay Butchers, which are near factory. I've done BGS for them before. Booty Bay Butcher Raid. Hey. Doing some exploration for Distant Worlds 3 here. Like a nested moon. Kind of interesting nested. No rings though. Sometimes this would be an interesting one though.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, it's 707 everyone coming on in though. I'm NiamhKami. Do a lot of Elite Dangerous streaming across the gamut of activities. I do, right now obviously we're in Distant Worlds 3, so we're doing exploration, but other times of the year I do a lot of BGS. I also lead my own expeditions, I don't lead Distant Worlds 3, but I do lead Celebration of Early Astronomy. I do BGS, I do colonization, I do ganking, I mix it up. Get all the bases covered. Jump in there properly now here. Tunnel's being a little long. Praise Braben. There we go. Now we're out. Just gotta sometimes give it a little praise Braben in there. Grease the wheels. Grease the server hamster's wheels a little bit.
Fuel scooping.
What were you getting up to today, Cree? And of course, if you have to take care of yourself, that's always important. Always make sure to take care of yourself first. If you have to raid and run, it's always understandable. Trees, don't hold up to ice very well. I don't know what type of tree that is necessarily. I'm not a very a treeologist kind of person, but it definitely looks like thinner trunk probably wouldn't fare very well. Nothing particularly interesting in that system. Looks like we're getting a little lower down beyond. I think we're going down below the galactic plane here. Not many stars in front of us anymore in the direction we're headed. Going down. mostly pines. Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of pines there. These ones that it's like they're really thin trunks, and then they just have branches like right at the top. It looked like they're a little off back from the road. First picture. Hey, Noctis Raven. Yeah, I saw your thing earlier at the Discord too about the not being able to post to astronomy. That was just I needed. There's like a role usually that you get, like it basically prevents spam bots. It just after a few messages you get the role. I was gonna give it to you, but I noticed you weren't in there anymore, so I was like, okay. But just in case you were wondering what that was about, it wasn't anything personal. I was afraid you just thought I was being personal or something. I don't know. I just don't want you to think I was like preventing you from doing it or anything.
System scan complete.
Oh, what the? Oh. Hey, TKO from Tokyo 0707, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Storm Chaser crew. Okay, I was sitting here like, I thought you followed me already, but it must be the in-game, I guess. Okay.
Fuel scooping complete.
What's that supposed to be? I think I'm out of it. I don't even know what it is. Not that emote or whatever from Noctis. That's why I wanted to. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's nothing personal. It's just that way if an unrecognized account comes in, it just can't immediately post stuff. That's why. Because I was just gonna give you a thing. I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was doing something personal. I was afraid you were mad at me or something.
Frameshift drive charging.
Back with Stream Plan Craft. Yeah, we'll probably probably next Wednesday probably get some more of that going. Or why do I keep saying Wednesday? Thursday? I keep saying Wednesday. I meant Thursday, Friday. I don't know why I keep saying Wednesdays. Currently heading towards Newton's Vault until the carrier jumps out in a few days. Yeah, I think I saw you on the map earlier. I think when I was looking at the friend icons earlier around here somewhere. I thought I saw TKO from Tokyo.
Body A. Undiscovered system.
Perfect. Oh, Marina Oatmeal's out here. Okay. No, that's Doomface Killa. Oh, there you are. I was like, I swore I saw you on there earlier. Bop. Oh, you know, I should get the bop to trigger the boop. I should get that emote to do what this does. You booped me. You know? That would be good. Hold on. Actions. What was it? Chat triggerbles. Action booped me. Means boop. Copy subaction. Paste subaction. And be like contains all caps bop. You booped me. There we go.
Body A1. Water inflammation body near rings. Life. May host a new.
Hey, when they both go off at once.
Biological value.
Okay. We got some hot bios now. Finally. I think they both go off at once. It sounds so crazy.
Body A2. High inclination body near rings.
And we got the fish up. I can't see the fish because I put the bot over it. There we go. There we go. Now let's see what we catch. And he caught some keys. There you go. Now, if you catch the car, you can use the keys for the car. Alright, looks like ads are about to hit in a minute as well. So we'll get this mapped while the ads play in any case. Plus, good opportunity to do a quite quick BRB, get another soda. We'll just map this and then ads will play while we're landing, so it's not like you really miss anything. Decent timing, I suppose. And a parrotfish. There we go. Let's see, this high value biological here. We have Cactoida vermis, 16.2 million. Osseous discus, 12.9, and potentially Stratum tectonicus at 19. So it could be very high value. It's a little tiny one too, isn't it? Look, that's a very blue atmosphere. What atmosphere type is this? Is that a water atmosphere, I think?
Surface scanned by 50%.
Body A1.
Surface scan.
May
Yeah.
have a new personal codex entry and has high biological.
No stratum though. Okay, we do have Cactoida. Don't have the Osseum or the stratum. We have the Cactoida. And Tussock, the Tussock Vignum Virgum. Good as well. Wow, the Concha is in not many places. But it is Fungoida that we want first. And real quick, while those ads play, I'm going to do a quick be right back, get another soda, and then we'll get down there and land. Oh, something's happening. Something is happening. Oh, what's it doing? Oh, it's charging something. What's it doing? Is it going to yeet us out? What is this? Oh, and they're turning yellow. Whoa, what is that? I don't even know if anything's happened to my ship right now. Oh! Ho! Oh, we got yeeted somehow. We got yeeted, that's for sure. Oh, we got yeeted. How fast are we going? Oh, we don't even know. 5,000. 5,000 meters per second. My prediction was right. It was going to yeet us straight out of the cloud. Oh! Clip that. Like, it just kind of comes around there. And it just comes to meet us. It's such a nice little moon, isn't it? It is a Tom the teddy bear. Alrighty, here we go. We're back now. It should hopefully be over here soon by the time we land. Just need to find a place to land, though. Try and see if we can get to the day side at least for these Fungoida. Find somewhere on the day side, hopefully that has a blue spot. I don't want to have to exobio in the night. I was a little tiny blue spot. There's some tiny little blue spots over here. Those are some minuscule blue spots. And a triggerfish. Alright. Let's try to land on this tiny little blue spot, whatever. It's like a little valley. Old good days, Space Vietnam War. What was the Space Vietnam War? Down on the potato. This is a tiny little spot. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'd be able to find three far enough from each other in here. cactoida. This is the cactoida, I think, right? I don't know which did I have down. I forgot. What am I SC sweep bound? Well, sometimes the comp scanner bugs out. Switch fire groups to see it. All right, which was a cactoid or a fungoid I targeted? I don't remember now. Let's see, is this cactoida? It's something. I think that looks like cactoida.
Cactoida vermis
Yeah.
confirmed present. Base value 16.2 million. Minimum sample distance 300 meters.
I think I should be able to land right like here. I think. Maybe? No, that's still it's too angled. Well, just get up to this little flat area. We can just drive down into there. Oh, there's some cactus outside that area too. Even though they're not in the blue area, they're still out here apparently. Let's go with the scorpion because that is pretty hilly in there. Yeah, I think we went to the cactoida first because that's the one that's going to be the high value here at 16.2 million. The Clippius also though is high value, and the tussock. We got some pretty decent value here. Hey, there's some tussock out here, actually. You know, we might as well just scan them while we're here. Tussock are short distance. I'm gonna play depression. Warframe. Okay.
Tussock Vergum confirmed present.
I thought you were gonna be like, say, like Life is Strange or that War of
Minimum
Miners.
sample distance 200 meters. First partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 200 meters from previous sample.
Yeah, that's it. You're gonna see you start. Yeah, that too. Start your shift at work.
Second partial sample collected.
How to do input overlay. That is something I have. Posted on. Let me check something real quick. I forgot the exact place I installed it to. Overlays. Delete frame. Right. I have so many sources. Ah. Yeah, there used to be a site. I can't remember what it was. It was called hosted elsewhere, but then the hosting went through. But the guy published the source code, so you can openly host it. So I had the overlays through my own site. I just host them myself, and then I just do the web browser source in OBS. Tussock, and I need to get to a third tussock. And you just kind of configure it for your sticks or whatnot. If you have more than one device, it's always good to configure it for both orders of plugging the device in, because it'll consider whichever device is plugged in as device 0. So
Traveled over 200 meters from previous sample.
So I have like 2 browser sources in there. Actually, sometimes I'll have to be like, I'll open stream because I plugged them in the other way around, or just randomly. Sometimes when you're booting too, I'll just have to be like, oh well, it's the other way around, because it'll be like this, or I'll be like, okay, be this one. Would make host sass. Set up, yeah. It'll be far worse at KBM because I'm not great. I'm lucky sweat lord. It'll definitely be worse for a little while you get used to it.
Sample collection complete.
But then once you're used to it, it'll be better. It's one of those kind of things. When you first start, it's definitely not going to feel good, and it's going to be really weird feeling. And why did I get out? There's cactus right there. Yeah. The analog capability for, you know, your rolls and your laterals and your verticals is definitely great. But yeah, it's definitely going to be, yeah. But, you know, whenever you're changing any sort of thing you're familiar with, obviously, it's always going to feel weird at first. Especially if you're going to Hostas 2.
Sample collected.
You really have to get over, your brain really doesn't like moving your hands in different directions. So you kind of have to break your mind a little bit. You have to kind of train your mind to actually let it do that. It'll want to, when you first get it, you'll be, oh, I want to, wait, no, you'll want to be doing like this, and your brain will keep trying to do this, and you have to kind of get used to not doing that. Now we're gonna go down into the valley here, what the other cactoida is.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 300 meters from previous sample.
Cactus right over near us there. Keyboard only played with keyboard and mouse, but it's hard to see. See, yeah, keyboard. I've never done keyboard and mouse, and the few times I've tried, I'm just like, oh god, this is so weird. So I've done it a little bit, like when I've had my laptop in on GeForce Now, while I was like moving a ship into position to just act as a landmark for a mountain climb event or whatever, and I was like, oh god, I can't even figure out how to move the ship in the most basic way. Hostess before hostess might help with that. Since you can't make the same moves. Yeah, there is that as well. It really comes down to preference too. Some people have tried Hostas and they just don't like Hostas and they go back to Hotas. Or I'm like Hosat at. So I got the throttle quadrant as well, which is what this is here. So this is 3 throttles, is what this is. And my radar zoom, my throttle doesn't act on the SRV, and then this is my FSS zoom. Yeah, there is like the Omni throttle that VKB makes where it's like you have the stick but it's sideways, so it acts like a throttle, but then you still have the other directions too. But yeah, throttle, like, that's more of like flight sims, I would think, because you lose out on the analog for like these directions. Whereas, you get 3 analog axes rather than just 1. And I guess VKB has another, I can't remember, they have like another actual throttle too that also has like the thing can move left or right. It's not the Omni throttle, but there's like another throttle that has extra axes too, but is more closer to a normal throttle than the Omni throttle is, where the Omni throttle is just an adapter to make the stick go sideways. Oh dude, they have that like, they had that during the game, though, was the Game Awards or whatever, they had the trailer for that like new Star Wars racer coming out. Like, dude, 2 Omni throttles for that if they have pod racing. Like, they didn't show any pod racers in it, but come on. They gotta have a pod racer, and they showed Sebulba. They gotta have pod racing. They showed Sebulba. But, like, imagine if you could do that game with the 2 Omni throttles. Like, that'd be so great. There's something else besides cactus down here. I don't know if it was also tussock. Let me look, though. Because there's another smaller thing that's not... Yeah, that doesn't look like it's tussock, I don't think. that the Clippius? That might be the Clippius. Looks like Clippius Margaritas. Love your R52, but a chosen part because it's a huge shades better than the other set you looked at. Yeah, I think. God, yeah. Rain Man liked his X52 until he had to deal with Logitech's customer support.
Base value,
I remember that.
87 million. Minimum sample distance 150 meters. First partial sample collected.
Yeah, Logitech's customer service turned Rain Man off of Logitech so hard he became a VKP partner. Oh, hey, there's the spiky butts as well. That's not what we're looking for at the moment, though. Those are here at least too. That's good.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 100.
Yeah, there's some more Clippius.
Previous sample.
Logitech's software looks like it's been updated since XP. Yeah, Logitech used to be good, but then they got bought out, and shitification began. And they bought out Cytec too, which is great. Cause I mean, I used to use the Cytec SD290 for the left-hand stick until I just really needed more buttons. But like my SD290 still works. It's in the closet. And I've had that thing since 2006, and it was still going strong. Up until I mean, I really stopped using it like I think it was like year before last. Yeah.
Distance reached. You've traveled over.
Still going strong. I did have to do a little bit of lubricant maintenance with a little special formula that was a mix of lithium grease and automatic transmission fluid, because those that is kind of the downside of those ones that are like, it's like a ball with a string just or a spring just on the center shaft as their centering mechanism. Those ones kind of have an issue where they run out of lubrication. You kind of gotta get the ball re-lubricated, and if you can't get in the dang thing, you need to get some lube in there somehow. But automatic transmission fluid's plastic friendly, so it worked in that case. I stream snipe pirates someone, but nobody is hauling anything, not even limpets on everyone on DW3. Yeah, like, well, in DW3 people are going to be generally in private group. All the events are in private group and whatnot.
Sample collection complete.
I mean, they're the Ginker carriers, Fallen, Distant World 3 2, and Open, which, you know, they've been helpful. You know, they've reached rendezvous point before the official carriers, and they had Universal Cartographics in Vista. Actively set up USB input properties actually running on for my HOTUS, or it doesn't work. For the Logitech, you're referring to the Wernick? God, I'm so mad at Creative too, because I had a Creative Sound Blaster ZXR sound card in the previous computer, but they just stopped updating their drivers like during Windows 7, and they're like it like started to reach the point where they just were not working properly in 10. The channels would randomly shuffle, so like the front left speaker would suddenly become the rear right, and it was just ridiculous to deal with. Like I really like the card because I kind of needed the card more or less, because I could have enough simultaneous inputs. I didn't have to use the source and tape input selector on my graphic equalizer. I could just have it just automatically play back in the computer. Now I just have to use the actual hardware thing too, which is kind of annoying, because it's like, if I want to play a tape while I'm playing a game, I can't have both playing at the same time. It's annoying. I used to just be able to pop the cassette in the cassette deck, and then it would play into the sound card, and then the sound card would relay it into the actual computer. I just don't have the inputs for that now. I guess I technically do have a line in input if I really wanted to do that, but I have to go back and move the cables.
Base value 4.57 million. Minimum sample distance 150 meters. First partial sample collected.
Alright, got some Rendezvous. There's some more Rendezvous this way. Let's head back over here.
Minimum minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 150 meters from previous sample.
Spiky butts? No, that's not spiky butts. Find more spiky butts. I think I see some spiky butts. There they are. So we got blue sky here. We got to 175,000 terraforming index apparently here.
Second partial sample collected.
XP was the best operating system in the past when Vista showed up. Yeah, Vista was very unfortunate. Well, like, and I know this story on that one too, is because Project Longhorn is what was supposed to be Windows 7, but Microsoft was taking so long on it, investors were demanding something. And so they rushed it together into a kind of a minimum viable state and released Vista. But Vista was never supposed to happen. It was supposed to just be XP and then Windows 7.
You've traveled over 150 meters.
And that's why 7 was basically almost just a polished Vista. And the Windows one that gets the is kind of the one that's underrated though, is 8.1 because of Microsoft's stupid fucking naming scheme. Everyone thought, oh, it's just a minor revision of 8, when that was not the case. It was a full major kernel revision on the Windows operating system. And a lot of the stuff that people love in Windows 10, like the start menu, the file explorer ribbon, originally came in 8.1. A lot of the stuff that people are like, oh, I'm so glad they brought this back in Windows 10. It's like, no, they didn't bring that back in Windows 10. They brought that back in Windows 8.1. Just nobody used the damn thing to know that. God, Windows 11's so shit too. I do not look forward to the day that I have to upgrade to Windows 11, because it's just like they did stupid shit like the the right click menu, we'll put things like too deep in the right click menu because we only want it to be this small thing, and so you have to right click and then you have to expand some extra menu.
Complete.
Or just make it, you have to go into some other random thing that you could have just right clicked on Windows 10 perfectly fine for. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm gonna get this extended security for Windows 10. Well, you can still get, you can still get security updates for the next year. You just have to pay for it. Yeah, the Windows phones were kind of, they weren't popular, but I heard the people that had them liked them. There just wasn't much app support, which is kind of what killed them. No, devs didn't want to get on board, and so there wasn't really much for them. But yeah, no, I miss 8.1. Like 8.1, like because like I do a lot of, like in the past, doing a lot of IT contracts, and like I was straight up one that, I was one of the people that were like, oh, it's just a minor revision, it's crap. And I had a project for a local business here to lead this project to replace all their computers that were running Windows XP and upgrade them to Windows 8.1 when Windows XP end of life was happening. And I went in, I'm like, why are you doing 8.1? Just go to 7. 8.1 is shit. 7's still supported. Like, why are you doing this? 7 still has years of support, guys. 8.1's so crap, and then I started actually doing the job and using 8.1 day to day. I'm like, oh my god, this is an amazing operating system. And I went out and bought an 8.1 license. I loved it so much. Like, it's the only operating system I specifically was like, oh yeah, no, I because I had Windows 7 home at the time, and I'm like, I love this so much, I'm going to go buy the $200 license to get the damn thing at home and upgrade. Like 8.1 was so much of a step above 7. And yeah, because a lot of the stuff that people love about Windows 10 started in 8.1. People just don't know it because it was unpopular. They decided to name it 8.1 instead of Windows 9 because, like, oh, but legacy software will look for the string starting with Windows 9 is there's like all these legacy softwares that like, oh, if it starts with quote unquote Windows 9 asterisk, that means it's running on Windows 98 or older. And it's like, just name it Windows IX then. Like, fuck. Like, or call it Windows Metro. I don't know. Just there were other options than 8.1. They could have went with. That would have alleviated the public perception of, oh, it's a minor patch to that shitty Windows 8. All right, we have Fungoida somewhere still, and I got the clip, yes. Fungoida's only, I need it for my codex though. Let's see, it's only 3, but I need to get it for my codex for this region. I want to fill that out. I gotta catch them all, you know? Gotta be the very best. Too much like Apple calling IX. Yeah, call Windows Metro then. That's what the theming was called, was Metro. So just call it Windows Metro.
3, 2, 1.
Or just call it Windows 9 and tell the freaking software developers that were doing the stupid check with when looking at the raw string, looking for that, be like, fix your fucking shit, you know? Just be like, not our problem. Blame your software developer for being a dipshit. Oh god, the Xbox naming convention is so I've seen rants about that on Reddit too. Like they're like Xbox Series X, or it's like Series X, but if it's Xbox, I don't even know. Like I've heard it's really confusing. I stopped tracking the Xboxes after Xbox One anyways, but did I go? Hold on, where was the planet? I lost track of the planet. There we are. Oh geez, I boosted a little much. Goida looks like it's the little blue areas too. Is it different little blue areas, or was it supposed to be in that area I was in? It looks like the same area I was in. Isn't this the same area I was just in? Yeah. Oh, let's go over to this one then. That other one's the same exact area I was just in right there. I don't know if I ever get like a, you know, maybe a decent BSD based operating system, I get that for my laptop or something, or a laptop that can actually, because I've tried putting on my laptop, but there's too many like proprietary parts on this laptop that aren't supported by BSD. Otherwise I'd run BSD. Which I didn't target. Well, I think I did target. I think they were just supposed to be in the same area. See if we can find some Fungoida. I might have targeted Fungoida first, though. I don't know. Windows needs restarts to do updates. Start. Yeah. Yeah, because their design philosophy with most of the updates with Windows do affect the kernel. That's the main reason why. Because there are updates that Windows does that don't need an update, but so much of the core stuff is in the kernel. But the stuff like, oh, we're just updating Windows Security Monitor, or we're just updating Office, those don't. I think we might just have life override, because that does happen sometimes. Where there's too many other types, and so the spawn randomizer just never gives Fungoida the chance. See, I just had to challenge it. I just had to be like, you ain't gonna show me no Fungoida in the game. It's like, you bet. Wanna bet? Dang, tight landing zone. What the heck? Really? Forward, was it backwards? Which way? There we are. Hopefully we can get enough range between the Fungoida this time.
Low gravity.
Do you have lakes? Forests? No, probably not. Unless they increase the atmospheric landability, I don't know, or maybe let us land on water worlds or something in the future. I don't really trust FDev to be able to do Earth-like worlds with any sort of performance level. I mean, thank God the surface concourses are bad enough as it is.
Fungoida gelata confirmed present. Base value 3.33 million, minimum sample distance 300 meters. First partial sample collected.
Yeah, their engine, they would need to really up-tune the engine. Like, they pretty much need to overhaul the engine to be able to be able to do that much stuff. I think that would have to be Elite Deadly or whatever. Whatever the sequel will be if that ever happens.
Traveled over 300 meters from previous sample.
Yeah. A little thicker atmospheres, give a little more, you know, life forms. Come out with a new whole set of life forms for thicker atmospheres. That'd be cool. I think water worlds would be cool. You know? You can land down, you get an SRV that's like a boat. You know, or you can just like something that the SRVs can work like boats or something. I don't know. And you can get like life forms that are floating on the water, and maybe even a little bit of diving. You know, that would be cool. And I think elite engines could probably handle something like that. All right, we need to find one more of these weird sushi roll looking things. Go back over to this crack over here to find them.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 300 meters from previous sample.
Maybe they'll be down here. If I see, oh no, I think that was the shadows being weird. Shit, there's like these the terrain is sometimes generating weird and making a shadow that looks almost like the Fungoida. You can't have lakes at the moment. At least let me pee in space to make lakes. What? No, you can't use a, you know, no toilet usage allowed. You gotta hold that shit. Hopefully you went to the bathroom before the road trip started. Let's see, we find here. Sushi. Spiky butts. Shell things. That's cactus and cactus, I think. Maybe I should just go back to another blue section in a different area. Maybe even find some sushi at that other one. Again, just overview it in the ship might be easier. Part of co-pilot or a survey? Wait, what? Oh, what's DDS plugin for Exobio? Neither. That is Elite Observatory and Elite Observatory Core. I'm running both. So I have some filters in the old legacy Elite Observatory that I don't know how to convert to Lua. I don't know Lua. I know XML. I don't know Lua, so I don't know how to convert them. These are the first ones I scanned. Are there any over... Out? None up here, though. It's just that one other side. I don't think that field stretched far enough for us to get a third scan on this other field. Try to see... I think I did the other scan in this field. Yeah. Don't see any grains. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can find another, again, the ship and find another cluster. There it is. I'm like, where did the SRV go? Okay. Try to get a light observations on this and maybe find some more sushi. But yeah, like imagine water worlds, you can get like algae blooms and stuff, perhaps. And we're in a castle line. Let's see what we catch over there. See what kind of exobio we get out of this pond. Black spotted grunt. We got the bacterium. There. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna show me any more fungoida around this area. Yeah, game, you're not gonna show me no fungoida. I bet you can't show me fungoida.
Do a barrel roll.
There's none in there as well. If there was any in any of these. Yeah, I don't think the game's gonna show me any fungoida around this area. We might literally have to go to the other place. Hopefully there's a third cluster somewhere on this planet. That's Cactoida, I think. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Is this a different cluster? It is. I didn't get turned around. Yeah, I see my tire tracks on the other side. Perfect. This will be a new cluster. You just have to tell the game it's stupid, and then it'll be like challenge accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
find a place to land on a hill here, a steeper hill than you would think that looks like. I don't know where it is. I just need a landing spot. Jeez. Hey, come on, Corsair. Even though it's just a little, it's like a minor incline hill, just about 45-degree heading from us, though, so it's not that big of a deal. 45-degree heading. Game is good, absolutely no flaws.
Low gravity zone.
And with this, I might be scanning literally the only fun going on the entire planet. Probably not. I mean, there are a few other splotches around, but I think I have had a planet one time too, where it was a small enough area that it's like I'm pretty sure I've scanned the only possible things to scan. Where it was like one spot on the entire planet. I've had that once or twice. First good night's sleep in a week. Oh, 7:07. Yeah, get some good sleep then. I like a chilly bedroom, but I think yours was probably a little too chilly from what it sounds like for you. Now we just need to get some of that bacterium. Got everything else but the bacterium, but might as well just while I'm here. And I saw it on the other side of the valley, so we'll just go fly over there. There was a fair few splotches over there. I see some over here. To create bedroom is not fun. Yeah, no, I think that might be a little cold, unless you're talking Celsius. But if you're talking Celsius, that might be a little too hot. If you're talking Kelvin, yeah, I think you're just dead. If you're talking Kelvin. And Ranking, yeah, probably even worse. I think Ranking, yeah, 28 Ranking would be less than Kelvin. Because the interdegree differences are smaller with Ranking. It's just slightly warm. Then Ranking would be even worse because it's what Kelvin is to Celsius as Fahrenheit is to Ranking. Same idea, just the Fahrenheit size of numbers. I don't know if there's any, like, is there any actual frickin' use for Ranking? Or is it just because, well, centigrade has Kelvin, we gotta have our own version?
500 meters. First partial sample collected.
I just feel like Fahrenheit was feeling left out on the absolute 0 time scale, and so they made their own.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
There you go, we got some splotches right up here. Normally, I wouldn't even care about this bacterium, but it's like, I know it's here. We'll just do it. Normally, I'd been like 1 million, who cares? But I knew where at least one sample already was.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
There we go. But yeah, Kelvin's just a bit warm, because remember, scientifically, there is no such thing as cold. There's just heat and less of it.
Sample collection complete.
It's like the whole, the high school teachers will be like, science doesn't suck. It only overblows.
Landing gear retracted.
Or prayers. Wait, what? Well, cold is just less heat.
Drive charge.
It's just less energy.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, that was, yeah, that's the only planet we needed in this system.
Body 8. Undiscovered system.
Local charter blood. Cold-blooded assassin. See, I'm a thunderstorm, so I don't have blood. I just have hailstones and rain. This body's here.
Body A2EA. Nested moon.
Hailstones be the same as kidney stones? No, that's just like the red blood cells. Or maybe it'd be no. I guess it'd be more like a blood clot because it's like the water.
Nested moon.
But if we're going like the water, the rain is the blood, and the ice would be like a clot. Or it could be like a white blood cell too, where it's like because they usually form around like a some sort of imperfection, like a lofted piece of dirt or whatever. That's usually what causes the hailstones to start to form. Or maybe thunderstorms are just sweating all over you. It's just sweat. It's so hot out in the summer. They just really are just sweating so hard.
System scan complete.
I like the nested. Nothing particularly interesting to land on. A lot of bodies though. Plus, get our fuel up again real quick though.
Fuel sweeping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Phantom Pain, as long as it's not like the VR chat version of Phantom Pain. I've heard VR chat has their own strange definition of that thing.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Undiscovered
Fuel
system.
sweeping.
8 bodies in here somewhere.
Fuel sweeping complete.
Mostly high metal and mostly rocky. Ever so slight sliver peeking out there.
Body 5. Nitrogen atmospheric landable with life.
The one time we'll go for bacterium. Actually, that should have been enough to say it was high value, but you know we got 8 million bacterium and formum for 8 million. Might as well. We're gonna be first footfall on it. That's worth it. The one thing I kind of miss with that I wish Distant 3 would have done is put up an EDSM page, because it was really cool looking at the 3D map on EDSM during Distant 2 to seeing where everyone was going. I always love looking at that for the celebration of early astronomy expeditions as well. Yeah, for those of us with in CA, we can always make a group video for us as well using the ED Astro video from log editor thing as well. But not the same nonetheless, but it is kind of, those are kind of fun as well nonetheless. see where we get the stuff.
Surface scan complete.
Tritium and Fonticular. There's some there right near either the north or south pole. It's darker colored terrain, it looks like. We're near the south pole.
Flight engaged.
Flat plains inside of other cliffs, it looks like. Nice reflective ground as well. Just gotta look for some splotches. Splotch all over the place. Some Fonticulua. Well, try and at least get the bacteria first, though.
Landing gear deployed.
No idea what the splotches look like for the bacteria. One of those ones where the ground's noisy enough, it might be hard to see splotches. Form them blending kind of well too. Is that it? Splotch? See if our thing will just show us any green if we use it. We got the Fonticulua. I don't see any other green. Let's grab the Fonticulua first then. That way when we scan, if there's green at all, we'll know it.
Fonticulua lapida confirmed present. Base value
SRV here.
Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected.
Oh, and throwing ass scouts at me, I see.
Low gravity.
Let's get the Fonticulua out of the way. 500 meters, that's going to be too close. some Fonticula right over here, apparently. Little baby Fonticulua. Such an adorable little Fonticulua. It's just a little guy.
Second partial sample collected.
I don't know what the name of Wake Up. The challenge is. What? Jeez. Not that sleepy, am I? Alright, let's get this third one in. We got a nice little mountain peak over there over the other hills. These ones right there should hopefully be far enough, I imagine. Maybe, maybe not, maybe so, maybe not.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled
just perfect.
500 meters from previous
508 meters. Just barely far enough. Lion is like between, yeah, that one's not far enough, this one's far enough. See if we can find some bacterium. I have not seen any splotches though, and this is the dang camouflage ground. So it's just full of splotches. I can't see the splotches I want in it. I'm not seeing this bacterium at all in here. Ow. No green.
Shield activated.
Say someone had issues with the internet, huge delay. Who was it? Yeah, no, someone's been having the internet's just making their stream delay really long. Man, I don't even seeing any. The scanner wasn't even seeing bacterium splotches. This is just a bad area. Just 0.2. It's got to be longer than that. I have a 3-second buffer to my thing. It's got to be at least 3 seconds minimum. No, I sent it to IRL Toolkit. It sits on it for 3 seconds before it even sends it to Twitch. That's my read broadcast window. In case I am like missing, if I miss a frame, I have 3 seconds to resend it and get it along. Oh, to Twitch, yeah. You'll have 0.2 to Twitch. You probably have a 3.2 then to me. Because I send to IRL Toolkit and then it has a 3-second buffer before it transmits to Twitch.
Landing gear retracted.
We can find another bacterium area that maybe we can find a better splotch in.
Range drive charging. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Any better luck here? I don't know if we will. We'll try. UK is angry on Valve. So I think if it's a story you're talking about, it is not really. there's a company, a litigious company in the UK that tries to sue Valve about everything, but they have never won the case because they never have a foot to stand on. It's just yet another case of company that only exists to try and sue Valve relentlessly is yet again suing Valve, basically. Because that was featured the other day on Not the Onion. Someone did, but it's like, yeah, no, this isn't really Onion. This is a freaking litigation troll company. They literally exist to try and just continually sue Valve with no leg to stand on. Oh yeah, it's a company that's made to sue other companies, and in this specific case, they are made specifically to try and sue Valve. It is the only people that they have ever tried to sue, and it's the only like thing they've ever done. They're like, it's a same thing as like a patent troll, but like literally just litigation trolls. Basically, yeah. Because the thing with the common law system that we have in like the UK and the US is you don't have to have a leg to stand on to sue. You're just not going to win the court case. But you can sue all you want and waste your money doing it.
Bacterium in Formem confirmed present. Base value 8.42 million.
Yeah, there's like only very specific, rare
First partial sample collected.
exceptions to that. Like there's qualified immunity for government officials and law enforcement officers. That's about the only thing. One wants to old gay pulp on behalf of God. Okay. I don't know if she was, because there have sometimes been suits like that have been done to make a point, whereas they weren't actually serious. Because the law can get weird too sometimes. So I know there was a Nebraska politician that one time sued God to make he literally did it to make a point about how you can just sue anyone. Like he wasn't seriously trying to sue God, he was making a political point by suing God. But then you also get ones that are like on the surface, they'll look weird or just like frivolous or whatever too. Because there was like the lady that she was basically forced to sue her grandchild for hugging her. And so on the surface, it looked like some grandma from hell, or I think it was an aunt. It looked like, the aunt from hell sues her kid for hugging her, blah, blah, blah. Well, what it was the kid had tackle hugged her, knocked her down to the ground, and she needed her insurance, her health insurance, to pay for it. But because of the state she was in, the health insurance won't cover injuries like medical bills for injuries caused by another party unless you make an attempt to recover from that party in a court of law. And so in order to get her medical bills paid, she had to sue her grandchild and have the court dismiss it. Or was it homeowners? Yeah, it was either that or homeowners. But yeah, no, it was insurance. Like she had to get the insurance to cover it, she first had to technically do this. Oh wait, why am I getting out fonticulua? I need bacterium. Yeah, it was something like, I think it might have been homeowners, because she's trying to get the homeowners insurance to cover the medical bills rather than her medical insurance, so she didn't have to pay her own medical insurance, right? Yeah, the media's really terrible at covering legal things too. Like there's the infamous hot coffee case as well, and that was McDonald's also was trying to get the public opinion against her too. But it was like, Like, you guys were serving the coffee at 205 fucking degrees. Or something. It was something. It was like just slightly less than boiling. It's like... like... And it's like, yeah, and then people are like, oh no, yeah, she won, and she should have been partially at fault. It's like she was. The jury literally did reduce her damages partially for partial fault. Because that is a thing in law too. It wasn't entirely McDonald's fault either in the actual decision. It was 20% her fault, and so the damages that were awarded were reduced by 20%. But yeah, law can get really freaking weird sometimes with stuff. Alright, I need to get more on smoother terrain again. Where was the ship? Because the bacteria is not going to be on this nonsense. And thankfully, too, there's a lot more accessibility nowadays to subject experts too, because like whenever there does get like a media like goes after some case, like, oh, this is a stupid case that shouldn't be happening, blah 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 blah. 9 times out of 10, go look it up. Legal will have a video talking about it, and he'll explain why it isn't. Like, he'll explain why it makes perfect sense, you know. Yeah, because McDonald's was trying to slander her, you know, basically trying to get the public opinion against her, and I remember like politicians were trying to use the hot coffee case too as like an example of this is why we need tort reform. Well, not necessarily. No, we were talking about like how a lot of times a lot of frivolous lawsuits may not look frivolous. Or they may look frivolous on the surface, but then if you actually do a dive into it, there's reasons. But not really politics itself, just unless you want to consider politics from 1992. Because that's what we're talking about. The case was in 1992. I think it was 92 or 93. It was early 90s. Oh, that's the one I scanned earlier. Derp. Where's there more smooth terrain? It's like hilly, super quick here. At least I know that there are green slosh. Let's get in the ship. Yeah, no, yo, politicians calling for tort reform is a story as old as time. They've been calling for that shit since the 1800s at least. So. Probably earlier. Hell, they probably over in frickin' the UK before US even existed. There were probably politicians calling for it.
Landing gear retracted.
Yo, this bacteria is starting to not be worth it. I thought it was gonna be a nice, easy bacteria, but okay, hold on. Thought I ping it? No. Oh, there's one. Okay. I think I'll be able to land in that valley, but I should be able to land here.
Landing gear deployed.
Maybe I can if I just do this. Slightly to my left. Got your pirate message macros sorted. What kind of messages you using? I still need to, like, next time when I'm back in the bubble eventually, I need to really, because there was a Reddit thread months ago where someone ended up getting unfriendly with her faction. They posted on Reddit And they're like, should I be concerned? Because our faction's CEA Psychiatric Institution's limited. And someone was like, and I was like, oh, that's my faction. And someone's like, you need to go pirate people and just like interdict them and be like, tell me about your childhood. Have you been having these impulses for a while? And just shit like that. I'm like, I need to do that. Or just interdict people. I'll be like, you have been found diagnosed with space madness. Please, and just do the reverse pirating where I give them stuff. And in my case, it's advanced medicines. Like, you have been diagnosed with space madness. Please come to a stop and scoop your 1 ton of advanced medicines to alleviate your symptoms. For that purpose. Oh, dude, I have a funny one too that I've been using. I have a fuel, what I call the Fuel Dural Corvette. And it originated from someone in a Twitch chat, not mine. It was some other channel. Then I had to math it out. You know, someone's like, "What is the max number of simultaneous fuel limpets a ship can have?" And we figured it out. Me and the other streamer had figured out. It is the Federal Corvette, and it can launch up to 40 simultaneously. And so I have this Corvette that its sheer purpose is to interdict people and stuff an entire Corvette worth of fuel into their ship, whether they want it or not. It'd just be, yeah, basically pack hound launcher, but fuel transfer limpets. So you interdict them, and all of a sudden they just hear fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming. And I was one of the nights when we were at the Discworld 3 like launch system 2, I was just sitting there all night. Whenever anyone would jump in to come down towards the headquarters, I just fly up and be like, so then they just hear fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming, fuel transfer incoming. Hey, Gilga Chad 0707, thank you for the follow. 07, welcome to Storm Chaser crew. I could probably stick a Grom and pack hounds on there. Stick a Grom on there, like, you will take the fuel.
Sample collection complete.
Yeah, it cannot be refused. Yeah, the only way you could technically refuse was an ECM, because if you do an ECM, that'll kill any limpets that are out. Which there's actually a clip on my channel too from one of my expeditions where someone was like going to repair one of the expeditions. I'm like, no, ECM, and the limpet died and just like floated dead and bounced off the cockpit of the other guy.
Landing gear retracted.
It's down below the surface. Dang it. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging.
How many jumps do we have left to the, whatever. 17 jumps. We'll might not get to it tonight.
Body 8. Undiscovered system. Body
May or may not, depending on
discovered system.
how good our systems end up being. It looks like we fully scanned this, though. Oh, it's just stars. Just stars. Just stars. Oops, all stars. ZZO, some good stuff. No, I have some good. There's a system I had that was near Beagle Point that I have a good screenshot from. That I should find that and maybe revisit it. That might be worthwhile. I'll have to go look for that. It was like a ice planet that was like really close to the rings of its parent gas giant.
System.
I know we're gonna be heading towards Beagle Point sometime. Apparently, it said it's going to be somewhere along the Distant Worlds 3 route, but it's not necessarily in. That's all we know is it's not the end point, but it's apparently on there somewhere. What I'll laugh at the end point is Ovasi SGYD0. Like, like oh, it's not Beagle Point. It's just around the corner from it. Although I think they did say minimum jump jump range need is like the 35 light years, so that would exclude Ovasi SGYD0. They probably wouldn't do that because you have to have a higher jump range than 35 to get there, even with boosts. Unless they're just like, we're gonna have the shuttles, the carriers take you.
Body A. Argon atmospheric landable with life.
Neither of those are good. Just 1 million bacteria. Cheapo bacteria that's not worth landing for.
Frameshift drive charging.
Body A. Undiscovered system.
Alright, let's see what we get here.
Body A1.
Ooh,
Sulfur
Gravitectonicus.
atmospheric landable with life.
Both going off at once.
Body has high biological value.
Oh, and terraformables. 1 and 2 are both terraformable. That's why I need to figure out. If anyone knows XML and Lua and would know how to convert the legacy Elite Observatory XML things to Lua for Elite Observatory Core, that would be so great. Sometimes they're just both talking at once. I can't understand either. Moving away. Moving to another town. Different school district.
System scan complete.
Alright, so we got one A1 and A2. So A2 is a terraformable. We only need to map A2. So let's do that real quick first. Then A1 we can land and get the exobio at. Someone play depression game, need to collect rewards. Yeah, see, that's why I can never play an MMO. I'm just the kind that's like, you know, I don't give a shit for dailies. Back when I like played Guild Wars 2, everyone's like, you got to do your dailies. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to. Like, but you get cool thing. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do the thing it's telling me to do. Like, I'm here to have fun, not do chores. So there, magical. There is the Soontil relic rush going on right now in the system NGURII, where the Soontil relics are. So people are doing a lot of power play hauling with the Soontil relics there. If that's if you're looking for piracy targets, I think that's still going on at least. injury system. Alright, then A1 has stratum tectonicus down on it. And some random bacteria we don't care about. I haven't really been in this sector before. How am I? Have I been? Should always just be new codex for everything, right? What's on this? Oh, I guess Arcadian goes all the way down there, so I probably have been. Okay. No, but okay. I think should be telling me it's new for this region. New for my personal codex for this region.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Body
Surface
A1
scan complete.
has high biological value.
Orbital flight engaged.
I'm not sure why that's, yeah. It should be telling me new codex entry for this region then. I've never scanned stratum in Arcadian stream before of any type, apparently. See, I mean, if, yeah, it's like 13.830. See what happens when I do a codex scan on it. Some right over there. .49G. Have a lot of bits so we can do this. So what was it? It was 13.830.
Stratum tectonicus confirmed.
Yeah.
Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters.
Landing gear deployed.
Now, right?
First partial sample collected.
Oh, this is that way we have it region based.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample. Second partial sample collected.
All right, now for the third stratum. This first footfall on this planet too. That's gonna be 90, I think 92 or 96 million in the bank just for these three. The stratum makes so much bank when you get those. All the way there. Okay, I see some to the left. I think I see. Yeah, there we are.
Reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
And scan these ones. Third scan in the bag. Grab tectonic slime.
Sample collection complete.
Oop, ow, hit a rock hard there. I'm not at the meetup, so I can turn the shield off. Here. Save a little bit of fuel. Don't really help with collisions anyways. It'll help with collisions with ships, I think. I can't remember. Not ground ones. We found a target, but need to travel. Yeah, no, I don't know if you had heard me earlier too. You got the Soontil relic rush going on as well over in the injury system. That could be a potential targets for you too. There's a lot of people hauling Soontil relics right now for power play. I don't have any cargo anyways, even if you did catch me. And I'm in the Fleet Comp pirate group where it wouldn't be allowed to pirate me. Find the jump outs. What do you mean the jump out systems? Undermining Hollow Road solo. I mean, well, you don't really haul Soontils for undermining anyways. That's mainly for acquisition. I don't know if it's worth it for undermining. I mean, you could. It's just not really useful for undermining by any means. It's just kind of a waste of time to do it for undermining. There's better methods than Soontil for that. They're mainly for acquisition. But no, there's a lot of people in open. Like if you go on gankers.org, you'll see a bunch of people ganking people in injury. Let me see what gankers.org says. Oh yeah, there's still a lot of ganks happening in injury. So yeah, definitely people in open. People are getting ganked there, so you can definitely pirate people too. Yeah, it's really the Soontil relics are really, it depends on the power too. They're not terribly useful for some powers, but for like Leon Ruiz, Emina Torval, and Ashling Duval. I think Kane as well. I don't know, and there may be one or two more, but those are the powers I can use the Injury, Soontil Relics a little better. Some of the other ones, it's not really worth it as well for them.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now we're entering the Veils. So if we ever get any life here, I should be able to test that Elite Observatory setting, because I've never been to the Veils on this account, so that should say everything is a new discovery. At least I'm pretty sure I've not been to the Veils on this account yet. Let's see what my codex says. That's a good sign. That first F-type star is always a strong sign in that regards. Fails, yeah, only confirmed one thing. So yeah, everything here should be new.
Body 1. Carbon dioxide.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. It says Stratum Tectonicus that we just got in the past system says it's interest for this region. That's in with the we're in HML, right? Yeah, it says there's also terraformable for one. I really need to somehow figure out a way to combine those, because oh my god, when they speak at the same time.
Body 4.
Got the water, the streamer there.
Landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Oh, Bacterium Formum, that one's the valuable one too, actually.
Body 3. Nitrogen atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Bacterium of two different colors. Okay. Let's see. Oh, system. Okay, unmapped terraformable on planet 1. Gonna land on that as well anyway, so let's pop on that one there first.
Fuel speed. Fuel speed disengaged.
Planet 1 here. Bacterium Orasis, Lime, Bacterium Tila, Magenta or Cobalt possibly. One of those types. Stratum Tectonicus Emerald. But the Stratum will make us bank if that's, well, it's one bio source, I think, so it's probably just the Bacterium. Yeah, it's just one bio. So probably just the Bacterium, but there's a chance it's the Stratum. And see what we cast here. Catch a line in the pond. Cast a line in the pond there. Catch what?
Body 1.
Just the Bacterium, it looks like.
Codex entry.
Oh, we got the codex entry there in any case. It is a new region. Grab our codex entry.
Orbital flight engaged.
Right on down here. Look for some bacterial splotches. 0.55 G, so we want to be careful with our approach. That way, if we do have anything where like the controls, important too when you're exploring too, make sure that if your controls suddenly stopped, you should come to a stop before you hit the ground. Always try to make sure that's the case. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally unplug your stick or something, and then you have no way to prevent yourself from hitting the ground. You should always have, if the controls cut off, you'll stop first.
Bacterium voracious confirmed present. Base value 1 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters.
I wish we just have a thing where like SRV default setting, don't turn the freaking lights on. Like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. It does reduce frame rate if you're in instance. A lot of people do. That's why it's good to have them off. If you're alone, it doesn't really matter. Kind of the silliness of like lights being on, I guess. Whatever. I make torch on as well.
First partial sample collected.
It'd be copyright infringement if you had a Heinz mustard logo on your model. I don't know. Probably. I guess technically, probably.
Minimum distance reached.
But see, it's the throwable says Neves mustard. You actually get the full version of that icon. It's Neves. It's Photoshop to say Neves. Someone made it. Some anonymous person made it and then delivered it to me through one of my mods. I still suspect it was said mod, but they insisted the person wanted to remain anonymous. That's why I figured it'd be a really kind of a fun merch item too. Is like a sticker that'd be the right dimensions to stick on a Heinz mustard bottle with that graphic. For the sticker of that.
Second partial sample collected.
The Heinz in particular is not a very good. Kind of just a cheapo one. Heinz and French's, they're the popular, but they're not really the greatest for American style yellow. If you're wanting a good American style yellow, Plockmans would be the way to go. Another way than massacre missions to farm combat rank. Compromised nav beacons is a good one. There's also, if you go to a system that's in like boom or investment, or I guess war technically. And then you go to their like their satellites, right? Let me show you like an example here. Like if this, see this, we're not in boom, but say this was in boom. If Kamazats was in boom. Clicked on the map, right? So if it was in boom, you go to the it's one of these that's owned by the faction, which in this case would be this one. And you go in there, and there's basically what is like CZs, but for bounties, in like pirates, will pop in, and they're often in generally like pythons or create Mark IIs, and sometimes anacondas, but they're usually a little bit higher rank, and so it's a good, and they come to you basically. They all come at you. The Russian mustard. What is the name of that brand? There is one I've heard of that's really good on the mustard subreddit. I just can't remember what it was called. But there is one that's supposedly really good. It's like a Russian brand. But it's I can't find it because it's not really imported into America due to sanctions and all that shit. But I know it's won awards. Like there was one that I think it was a Russian mustard that actually won the world mustard competition this last year, but they weren't able to actually sell it at the World Mustard Museum because they couldn't. They would have had to have imported it en masse from Russia, which would have been like a sanctions thing.
Ship recall.
But yeah, those bounty combat zone sort of things are really good. And you sit there over and over because you'll pop in after it takes like a minute or two. Once you pop in, just make sure the system is boom. Pop in within a minute or two. The station will call for a distress call, and you pick a side just like you would in a conflict zone. You want to pick the defend side because the attacking thing just gets you horribly wanted. And then when it's over, another 2 or 3 minutes, it'll spawn another one, and you can just sit there doing them over and over again until you run out of ammo or whatever. My ship just left. Oh, my ship. I didn't manually recall the ship, did I? Did it just decide to move closer to me on its own? It's not a thing. Or am I just forgetting that I recalled the ship at some point? I don't recall recalling the ship. I straight up do not recall recalling my ship. It has landed off the ground, apparently, as well. The landing of all time. And Orbiter 0707, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Storm Chaser crew. Oh, you're getting a legendary for your first cast. Heck yeah. Oh, you caught Henry in the flesh. Caught Henry, everyone. He's been found again, finally. Alright, now we got planet 3 and 4 to get some bacterium and formum on. Planet 3 over this way. Not really all that similar to usual mushroom, much more spicy and sick raw flavor. Kind of similar to horseradish sauce. Is it similar to Chinese hot mustard? I could imagine. I could see Russia having a similar mustard, Chinese mustard. You know, regionally. I just don't remember what what's the actual like name of the product, like the brand or whatever. Oh. Oh, I found it. It's like the Cyrillic looks like Sakiko, but I don't know how it's actually pronounced. The Cyrillic never lines up. Let me This is the one that I have seen multiple times on the mustard subreddit. That's been very highly rated for the people that have, by the people that have tried it, that I just have not been able to get my hands on. It's like, yeah, I don't know how it's pronounced though, but the Cyrillic looks like Zakiko, but of course the phonics never really correlate. If I don't know, I mean, we had a Russian in here earlier. I just don't know if they're still around. I think our Russian viewer left. I think the brand exists. It's just that's maybe an old bottle.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay, I don't know if the AI is correct.
Body 3.
Surface scanned.
If it is, that'd be badass.
Personal codex entry.
Google AI overview says it's made from black mustard seeds, which would be kind of crazy. It probably has a strange bitter taste to it. Then that's the case. I don't know if that's correct though. I mean, it's AI for all you freaking know. Black mustard seeds are super bitter, which is why they're not commonly used. Well, there's some Polish site that's selling some quote-unquote Russian-style mustard that says it's a mix of brown and black mustard seeds. So yeah, I bet that fucking kicks like hell. Because black mustard seeds are like twice as much allyl isothiocyanate as brown mustard seeds, but they're not generally used culinarily because of how bitter they are. So I imagine, yeah, it's probably super spicy, but probably has kind of an odd taste to it too. I'd imagine that that probably has a lot of extra bitter taste. Yeah, like Chinese hot mustard, which is like very little dilution brown mustard seeds, already will make you frickin' just clear out your sinuses like nothing. It's, you know, something similar to using black. Holy shit. Grayish, yeah, because the color's really odd for. It's an odd color for what would be brown mustard seeds, unless they're using spices or something. But that color is definitely not like pure yellow or pure brown mustard seeds either. Yeah, this other Polish site was saying it was a mix of brown and black too. So yeah, if they're using black mustard seeds, yeah, that shit's gonna be hot. I might have to seek it out because I was at the Chinese restaurant earlier today, getting more unusual looks from the waiter for my how much of the Chinese hot mustard I mix in with the rice. He's already just like, you sure about it? Like every time I do there, he's used to me now, but every time he's just like, oh, it's a lot of mustard there. I know the first time he saw me put it like he's just like pour it out on the plate and then just dump the rice on it. And he's just like eyes just sort of like.
Landing gear deployed.
Like literally the point today when I went there too, he was just like, he just brought over the, because you don't know what this Chinese restaurant you have to ask for the thing. He just brought it over. He's just like, oh yeah, here. He's like, here's the Mountain Dew and here's your hot mustard. I was like, thanks.
Low gravity buoy.
Bacterium and Formem confirmed present. Base value 8.42 million, minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample.
Do you know how that brand name is pronounced? The thing that looks like Zakiko to me in English, but like, do you know how that's actually pronounced?
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
I don't know the Russian phonics for Cyrillic. I know the Mongolian phonics for Cyrillic, which I kind of also forgot. I only know some of them. Zakusan. Oh, like Zakusan? Zakasan? I guess it's not too different. I was saying, like, to me, the H looks like an N sound, which I guess is the same as the Mongolian phonics does. I just not familiar with the Z character there. Mongolian never really uses that one that much. I keep meaning to follow up with that
Second partial sample collected.
school in Ulaanbaatar that specializes in teaching Mongolian to English language speakers. You can learn Mongolian. That'd be fun. And maybe I can visit Mongolia someday.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Ship going away. I don't know. I might have to give a good search again, see if I can find some of the Zakusan in America. Or some other Russian style mustard. Find where this stuff is. There we go. I see one over there. This heading of, it was like 110. There are mustard images, eh? Okay, okay. see, was it Torinia? I'd stick it in like Google Translate or something to get me the phonics, but I'm using my phone right now. I mean, I have the Cyrillic keyboard on the phone, but not on my computer.
Sample collection complete.
Something called Stoic Night. Some random Amazon seller that it says imported from Russian. I don't know. I don't know about that. Buy Russian mustard online at Gastronom. Find, you know, either the Zakusan or whatever that one you posted is. Oh wait, I think this is... Well, it seems to be the brand you posted, but it says it's a Dijon. I can find the brand you posted, but not saying it's a Dijon. The Kinto brand, right? Is that yours? Oh. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so that ABC is the brand of the one you posted. The middle word there must be like just mean mustard, right? Is that what the middle word is? I'm seeing that same set of characters on other mustards at the store here. Is that just the Russian word for mustard?
Ship recall.
Yeah, this is the one I had is Kinto. Yeah, the middle word on this one's also that same. It looks like Topi Nua or whatever. Like I don't know how it's pronounced. The middle word. That's the 1, 2, 3, 7 character middle word. I don't know if that's just the Russian word for mustard then. Some other brand, but it's saying it's gotta try and find the Russian style. Okay, so that's just Russian. I can't read it all. I don't know which one's the brand name. Wait, hold on. Okay. I found the brand that I am obligated now to buy this mustard. Because the brand is called Kami's. I am hereby obligated by the name of it to buy it. Apparently I do have a mustard brand. I was not aware of this. Like, how could I not buy that now? Like, how can I not buy Kami's mustard? Yeah, I don't know if that's a... Maybe it's just a stone ground Russian style. I mean, it says it's Russian style. Yeah, it's my brand that I didn't even know I had. Maybe there's another. That could just be a stone ground version of it, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily the Russian style, but I still, you know, I still just have to buy it because like we'll make a stream of that. We're trying Kami's mustard today. All right, so let's go get Planet 4. I've already went over my time limit a little bit.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
There's just
1.
yeah, I think that's just a deli style, based on the graphic. It's probably just a brown stone ground brown mustard, but worth a try at the very least. And I can't just not buy it now that I've been informed there's a Kami's mustard.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. I don't know why I dropped out there. I'm being dumb. I need to go to Planet 4 now. Oh, wait. This site supposedly sells Zakison. Hold on. Say Zakison product of Canada. Although it's in England. But it is the Zakison. Well, I found the Zakison I should supposedly be able to buy, so apparently there's a place in Canada that sells it. Maybe they can. It's saying it's yellow mustard seed, the Zakison, but it does have that color, so I don't know. I mean, I'll still buy and try it. Maybe we can have I'll get them and we can have a stream trying the Kami's mustard and the Zakison. I need to buy a Loven Sumph as well. I ran out of my Loven Sumph extra sharp. That's the one I really do use a lot, is the Loven Sumph. Yeah, I'll do the Loven Sumph extra sharp if I use it on a sandwich, or if I'm just really craving the heat that day, I'll do the Beaver Chinese mustard.
By 50%.
Body 4
Surface scan complete.
may host a new personal codex entry.
Orbital flight engaged.
Alright, so Bacterium and Formum yellow on this one. Yeah, I try to be at least cozy between the bouts of chaos. I managed to somehow be the strange point on the spectrum where cozy and chaotic meet. Yeah, I got the various music. A lot of the music's either from the DMCA free collection that Lo-Fi Girl Records used to offer, but it's still DMCA free. They just, I guess, don't offer it anymore. I got it from before then. Riot Games Sessions, some stuff from Panda Beats. I try to add stuff to playlists when I can find more DMCA stuff that fits the right vibe. Plus, when you're exploring, it's it's very chill, zen, relaxation. Just landing, scanning some bacteria, some moss. The grass. Fairly chill type of stream. This ship is in Imperial Corsair. Well, I guess not Imperial. It's Gudamaya Corsair. Totally Imperial. I mean, really. Let's be fair. They just don't want to call it Imperial. We got the Corsair, Gudamaya Corsair, though. Yeah, very pretty cockpit. The Imperial Courier also has the same cockpit. It just doesn't have the second seat, basically. They kind of... The funny thing, they took this cockpit from the Imperial Courier, and they kind of just haphazardly stuck this other seat in here. As you can see. It's just kind of just shoved in there in the funniest way. Because the Courier is a small ship. Oh yeah, the Courier is so good too. I know for the longest time I kept being like it's like I like the range of the my Orca and whatnot. If only they could make like an exploration ship with the Courier's cockpit, and then the Corsair came along, and I was like, this is perfect. This is everything I've ever asked for.
Low gravity.
That made the Mandy. Yeah, well, you can get like if you see my build there, you get really good jump ranges with the Corsair. So I'm actually out of the ship now, but I'm like slightly into the 80s, aren't I, on the max? Yeah, unladen 78, max 84. So yeah, the Corsair is still one of the best jump ranges. Like it actually, outside of an like a fully stripped down Anaconda, it outdoes the Anaconda. Like for a reasonable exploration ship, it actually outdoes the Anaconda.
Bacterium and Formem confirmed present. Base value 8.
Because the Conda suffers from
sample distance
like
500.
weight when you add stuff to it.
First partial.
So like by the time you add an SRV bay and all the other stuff for exploration, the Anaconda's not going to be getting 84 light years. Or just ever so slightly more. But it won't land quite as easily as the Corsair.
Minimum distance reached.
Yeah. When you're going for like exploration ships, yeah, the builds tend to be pretty similar. There's kind of a pretty sound science to exploration builds outside of some minor preferential differences. But getting the range high is a lot, derate the stuff that can be derated, downsize where it can be downsized, have enough power so it's at least somewhat convenient. Yeah, used around the bubble. The one thing I really wish they need, like, FDev, please fix this. The engine pips on the Corsair are backwards. The ship will yaw, pitch, and roll faster when you have no pips in engines, and slower when you have 4 pips in engines. Although the speed, like the straight line boost speed and all that's correct, but the pitch, roll, and yaw is backwards. And it's So dumb. Obviously a bug, and it's been there for months. Oh, right next to me. I was about to turn for that other one, then I see this other one right here. And then, yeah, like the Mandalay has a good cockpit. But speaking of bugs, one of the reasons I don't use it is like when you're recalling your ship and you're watching it come in, and it's firing its main thrusters, they're clipping through the front of the ship, and every time I see that, I'm like, so I just cannot use the Mandalay because every time I recall the ship, I'm just bothered. Still not good. Yeah, the backwards pips or the Mandalay thing. Yep, they're both issues still. Whichever one you're referring to. The game is good, no flaws. Caspian's a bit the same way too because it has the same rear thruster hump that the Mandalay does too. So its rear thrusters will clip through the front of it as well.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Oh wait, is this right back there going to be scannable? 685. This one. Previous concentrating on speed. Yeah, it kind of worked for combat. It's just like it'd still be weird because then you want to put the 4 pips in as you boost and then immediately take them back out so you can turn as fast as possible. It's so weird. I can only imagine it feels weird to do combat in it.
Sample collection complete.
Ship recall.
Let's recall the ship, get back in it, and then we're gonna figure out who is live, who raid. Stream monitor on my laptop. Tabbed. Knowing Crunchy's probably been for a while at this hour. Load up the page fully. Jeez, my laptop's being slow. My laptop is having a heck of a just load the page. So it's probably ending soon too. Dathy is doing all. All right. Any case, let's see. We'll log out here for tonight. See who we can raid. Looks like Stathy. Stathy's only been for 2 hours, so I doubt they're ending quite so soon. Doing some colonization, it looks like, over there. Stathy. Another Elite Dangerous streamer. Sort of a VTuber, PTuber sort of thing going on over there. And yeah, so doing some Dodex deployment, it looks like, over some colonization. So we're going to go get a raid over to Stathy. show them all of our Storm Chaser crew love, and we'll be around tomorrow, same time. And let me show my schedule. Oop, what did I just hit? I hit the wrong button. Made a clip, I think. I should be careful about which buttons I hit. Where did I broadcast? Wrap up. There we are. There we go. I was trying to show the schedule. There we go. Tomorrow we'll be doing some more Elite Dangerous exploration. You know, same time slot again. And otherwise, yep, we'll get over there. Stothy. Everyone, thank you for the follows, the lurks, the raids, the subs, all that good stuff. Always much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.